All right, guys, our service is a little spotty sometimes, and it looks like our broadcast ended abruptly due to some service issues when we started talking about Riggs. So we are back. So this is Riggs. He's about 1 year old. He is our German Shepherd mix. Again, he's another dog that definitely personifies why we're doing this, because he doesn't necessarily show really well in his kennel. He's always kind of jumping up. He's curious. He's getting into things. Also, doing a lot of barking, things like that. He's an active guy, and he just doesn't like being stuck in his kennel. He likes to run around and play and get into stuff. He's a young dog. Because he is super active and things like that, we are looking for kids that are 6 and up for him in his household. Also, looking for somebody who at least has large breed experience, which means you've had a large dog in your home in the past. You know how to interact with them, how to work with them. But our preference would be somebody who has German Shepherd experience, because he's kind of your typical German Shepherd dog. Just looking for somebody familiar with the breed, knows how to work with them, knows the best practices, so that he can learn good manners and be the best version of himself. A lot of the Shepherd people here love Riggs, but again, super active, so you want to make sure that you're prepared to handle his level of activity. So making sure he's getting plenty of exercise, things like that. And he can be a little bit of a barker, so thinking about that in terms of your living situations. And also, we can see it right now, shedding. So much like some of our Huskies that we've talked about before, hope that you have invested in a great vacuum, maybe a quality lint roller, some brushes, because he does have a bit of fur there that you're going to need to maintain, making sure that that stays nice and clean, not getting matted, things like that. If you want more information on Riggs, you can always go onto our Facebook page. You're already there, so you're halfway to it. And check out his profile. It has his QR code on there with his behavior assessment, all of his medical info. So you can definitely learn a little bit more about Riggs if German Shepherds are your breed. Kind of surprised that he's still here, because a lot of the Shepherds tend to go pretty quickly. So if you've just not seen Riggs before, here he is. Definitely make that appointment at visitfcac.as.me to make Riggs part of your family. Thanks, guys. We have 2 dogs left, I believe, for you. Who will they be bringing out next? This is Mr. Peabody. Mr. Peabody definitely has one of the cutest faces of any of the dogs here. He's kind of got that forever puppy look to him. We have him down as a cattle dog mix. He definitely has that level of energy. He's got that he has some of that look, but his face is just something completely unique and adorable. He's about 1 to 2 years old, and I will say he's a big goofy guy. He's just, in his own little world. We took him to the radio yesterday, and he kept running into stuff because he was not focusing on what he was doing. He ran into the glass door. So that kind of gives you, he's kind of a bit of a goofus there. He's very playful. He loves toys. He is obsessed with peanut butter. So, fear-free vet visits and, maintenance for nails and stuff will be super easy. The way that we did it, we just smeared some peanut butter on the cabinet, and he went to town with the peanut butter and didn't even notice when he was getting things done for him in terms of his vet care. So peanut butter is definitely your friend. As you can see, he is observant. We have a lot of noise going on, so you can kind of see he's a little bit startled, but he recovers pretty nicely. They are dumping the dumpster next door at the Pizza Hut. So definitely getting an idea of how he'll be with some really loud noises. Recovers pretty quickly, but definitely startles. He does seem to know sits. He will sit on his own, but doesn't always sit when cued verbally. So he could work on that, but he does have a nice sit. Initially, he takes treats like a little gremlin because he's really excited, but as he kind of calms down, he starts taking those treats a little bit nicer. And I just think he's a really fun guy. Like, he's affectionate, he's sweet. But definitely, if you're looking for a dog that's going to run around and play in the backyard with your kids and go on hikes and stuff like that, he's the type of active dog that will definitely be willing to do those things for you. So if you want this cute little guy in your household, first step, as is always, is to go to visitfcac.as.me and book that appointment to visit with him. Let the staff know that you are interested in Mr. Peabody, who is named for obvious reasons, as he showed you all through the mulch yard where how great he is at peeing outside. The last dog that we have for you is Rob. He should be coming out here shortly. He is another super handsome guy. Hopefully he is not as distracted by the noises out here today. We have him listed as a collie mix. Some people would say that he's a cattle dog mix. You know, it's really hard when animals come in as stray when you're just looking at them. Sometimes they're mixed with a lot of different things, so it's hard to identify a specific breed. We do our best, but I can definitely say he's not a pit bull type dog. So if that's not what you're into, regardless of whether you like collies or heelers, he is going to be an option for you guys. He is a very smart dog. He is eager to learn, learns quickly, very treat motivated. Let's see, he's already knows sit. I think we were able to lure him into a down as well. He's a very playful dog as well. When they were processing him, he found a tennis ball and he was just like fixated. It was the best thing ever. He loves stuffies. He was very affectionate. So he has a lot of good qualities going for him. In my interactions with him, because I go in their kennels and take their pictures, I found him to be fairly high energy. He was, excited that I was there. He was, jumping up and down. So treat motivated, quick learner, but definitely still needs to work on some of those basics, those good manners. And a lot of dogs from a shelter are going to need your help so that they can learn those good manners. We provide a pretty good foundation. Most of the dogs know sit, but sometimes they need to work on polite leash walking. Sometimes they have, they're counter surfers. So just kind of working on that scenario. But if you are looking for a dog that's going to be very active, hiking, running, if you want to get into something like agility or fly ball or any of those types of things, then Rob might be a good option for you, because he has the temperament and personality for those types of activities, and they will be fun for him because he is an energetic guy. So if you're interested in Rob, then you definitely want to go online to visit fcac.as.me to book your appointment to visit with him. You can also find downloadable applications for all of our cats, dogs, and small animals there, so you can have that already downloaded, filled out, and ready to go in case you do come in and fall in love with one of our canines. You can submit that application right away. You can also submit those applications before you even come in to visit to kind of expedite the process. We can get those checked ahead of time. So we hope you enjoyed some of our meeting some of our non-pit bull type dogs. We have even more non-pit bull type dogs that are becoming available online shortly. We recently had a bit of a hoarding case, so now we have about 8 dogs that are Catahoula leopard dog lab mixes. Those guys are going to be in there. They're going to definitely be a little bit more work than, say, a Rob, because they are a little bit less experienced with the world. Everything is brand new to them. So they're going to need a very patient families to help them learn that the world is a positive, happy place, fun, not scary. So if that's something that would interest you, those will be coming available soon as well. So we want to thank Sean and Willie and Rob and all the other dogs for being on our Facebook Live today. Sorry about that interruption. Hopefully our service will be better next week. Enjoy your weekend, guys.